me know. Alright, so daytime tutorial. I'm gonna explain my strats, the routes that I do in runs, or just the best strats really in general. And then I'm gonna explain maybe some easier alternatives or easier strats that you could do if you were just, you want a bit of an easier time learning. So I'm gonna start up with level 21. So what I do is jump from the start into the. I try to get as close into the middle of the whirlpool as I can. So like that's generally as good of a jump as I can get. Then go here, and now what I'd like to do is try and jump from here down to all the way on the bottom left. So like that. The sideways jump is kind of annoying. I usually only try to go for it once. So like if I miss it, if I like only get here, then I usually just try and go around. But you can try and go for the jump again, and if you don't fall out. So yeah, that I usually just try it like once, and then if I mess it up, then whatever. Because it's kind of risky to try again, because then it's harder to control your momentum with the sideways jump. So yeah, I go on the railing here, and now how I handle this railing here is basically the instant that you get on the second railing, you want to tilt forward so you fall down. That way, by the time you get to the end of the railing here, you're not like wobbling at all, and you can just go onto the ground. Oh yeah, and then there's another thing I want to mention. That crystal, this actually recently messed me up. Is this a good angle? Alright, hold on. Let me get a better angle of this. No. I do want to show this really quick. There we go. That's a really good angle. This crystal, you can roll under it. If you're just hugging the sidewall. So just make sure to be careful about not letting that happen. See, it's placed off a bit to the side. So just be careful about getting that crystal. The crystal's hitbox is tied to its model, so if you go too high, that's generally how you miss it. If you hug lower to the ground, you'll pretty much get it every single time. Yeah, so just be careful about that. So yeah, I just want to reiterate, make sure you're all the way down, not moving, not wiggling, before you go off the magnet here. Then I like to ride along this railing here, fall down, and then go straight into the goal. So that's my general strat for that level. In terms of easier alternatives, basically the easier way to do it is just don't do the jumps if you don't want to. You can just go around normally. You can try the jumps, it's up to you. But go around normally, go down here, and then go around normally. It's not too much slower, but yeah, just do the jumps that you're comfortable with, and if you're not comfortable with them, you can just play the level casually and just optimize your movement. Alright, so that's level 21. Level 22 is cycle dependent, so I'm going to buffer the cycle skip, and this is the movement that I do. You want to make sure that you get to the moving platform fast enough. So go here, hold all the way left, hold right to get the moving platform back, and then you want to get on this. So just replicate if you want to go fast, just replicate that movement. Yeah, just be careful. You want to when you're at the bottom right, just hold left enough so that you get down to this little pocket at the bottom, very bottom here. Then hold right to get the tilt platform all the way back. And then once you're on this platform, you can do two different things. You can just wait for it to go across, or you can jump across the gap. Jumping across the gap saves about 3 seconds. If you miss the jump, you'd lose like 8 or 9. So it's not a difficult jump, but it's just like annoying and risky. So here, I'm just gonna show the strat with the jump really quick, if I can get it. So here, get on here, and then just jump over here, and then you land here. So that's the fast movement for the first half, or for the first most of the level. And then the ending, you can just go around to the right, or you can just jump up to this crystal. I don't do the jump here because it barely saves any time, and there's no wall to help you like stabilize yourself. So I usually just do this movement. It's not much slower, and I just finish. So yeah, you can do that jump, or I'm not going to show off the other method, but you can just obviously just wait for the platform to go across and then finish the level normally. So yeah, that's if your movement's good enough to catch the cycle. You might want to practice trying to catch that cycle. It's pretty tough sometimes because you have to do quick sideways movement if you miss the cycle. Now there's two options. If you like, let's say you get here and the platform starts moving and you miss it. You can do two things. You can try and like quickly tilt. Oh jeez, didn't mean to do that. Alright, well, I didn't mean to unpause. Okay, pretend I didn't get the first crystal, right? Pretend the platform's not here. you can tilt your Wiimote forward really quickly to fall down, like fall forward, miss the platform, and get both crystals in one swoop. So like that. Or you can just wait for the platform to come back, get on it, and then go across. I'd recommend if you're not, if your movement isn't fast enough to get to the first cycle, I wouldn't recommend going for that backup, the fast backup, just because it's pretty risky. And it's kind of hard to catch. It's hard to catch the cycle, the first cycle after you reset again as well, like the backup cycle. I'll just show off. So this is the movement. Like I said, you die at that point, and here's the movement to get back. So here, the movement getting to that cycle after you reset is even tighter than the first cycle itself. So I'd recommend, if you miss the cycle initially, just wait for it to come back and then go, and then just get on it and then just go across. Especially if you're not that fast in general, and you just want to play it safe and just have a secure finish to the level instead of risking dying multiple times to get a risky backup. That's generally the safest way to do it. So yeah. All right, that's that level. This level's annoying. I'd be sure to practice this to see which cycle you're comfortable with getting, and just don't do anything you're not comfortable with for sure, because this level is one of the longest levels without a checkpoint in the game, so just be careful. Here, okay, this level's pretty straightforward. Basically what you do is go get this crystal and fall across the gap, get this one, fall across the gap, get this one, get this crystal, and you can just go across and get to this side. I like to jump from here to here just so I don't have to deal with the conveyor belt. And then it's just kind of basic movement, just making sure to control your movement throughout that section, and just to make sure the slanted roads don't mess you up that much. In terms of strat simplification for this, the really only thing that you can make this easier is just to not do the little skips over the gaps here, and just go around every time, and then just go across this, and then just finish the level normally. So there's not too much in terms of skips for this level. It's mostly just movement optimization and just being careful to not fall off near the end. Alright, so this is cycle dependent, at least for the start. So here, what I do is I go through, get this, fall down here, fall here, and then instead of going through this, I like to fall from here down to that crystal there. So it's the angle that you want to hold and the movement you want to do to get down there safely is kind of finicky. It's got to hold down a little bit, and see, I held down a bit too far down. It's kind of annoying because you go slowly up this slant, and then it becomes flat, and then you start moving a lot more quickly. So you just have to be really careful with the speed that you go at here. So like that. Now sometimes I fall straight through the hole here. If I fall straight through here, then what I like to do is go here, go down 2 steps, and then fall into the goal. Alright, here, I can show this. And then just fall straight into the goal. I'm just going to show off what Callum does, since his strat's a bit faster and riskier. So I think he falls through here, falls through here. Come on. Goes on top of this, and then just falls straight down to the goal. And you can do that too. That's kind of hard to eyeball, so I don't really do that, but I just thought I'd show it off. One other strat that I do is, let's say I do the start normally, right? I land here. I don't fall through the hole. Normally, I'm more comfortable with not going through this and then just falling down. I usually fall down here. Then as I'm falling, I hold my Wiimote forward to stick to the wall here, like I just did, and then fall into the goal. Okay, Callum, you don't go through the holes. You go straight to the last crystal. Oh, wait. Do you just fall straight down? Oh, wait. Okay, I think okay, I think I know what you do. Alright, I'm probably spending a bit longer on this level than I would like. But, here, let me... So do you, like, fall... Okay, I don't... Here, if you want to see what Callum does, watch his record. It's something... He falls down there, and then he falls to the goal. I probably should have looked at it beforehand. My bad. But there's a couple strats that you can do there. I just want to show off the thing that I do one more time. It's like I land here. I'm tilt back. Then tilt forward, stick to the wall on the stairs, and then just finish. So like this, stick to that wall, and then just fall into there. Oh, you just fall immediately into the goal? Okay, so I think he just falls from the platform up top there, straight into the goal, which is, yeah, not, like, from right here down to the goal there. I hope that I'm explaining that right, but yeah, you can do that, or you can do a couple of the safer strats that I showed. Either works. Okay, got it. That was it. Okay, so for easier alternatives, you can just go in here. You can either fall to the left or wait for it to move over. Fall down here, go here, wait for this guy, and basically you can just play the level casually. And it's not terribly slow. Like, you obviously have to wait a little while. And obviously, going to the right's easier, or you can go down the stairs. Either way works. It's really up to you what you're comfortable with there. Alright, I spent way too long on that level, my bad. Let's go to Apple. So here, you just want to do basic movement at the start. Go down the pipes. Okay, starting here is where it gets a bit annoying. So you want to get this crystal, and then roll down off to the side to this crystal here. And then your next goal is to get to the crystal down at the bottom left. So what I like to do is kind of hold down, roll off, and then kind of change from holding down left to like forward and right, to be able to come, like, curve back around and get the crystal. Like that. And then from here, you want to fall down to the bottom path where the crystal is over on the right with a similar motion. And if you ever fall out, just be careful and try to get back into it. Then go over, go down here, and then finish the level. In terms of easier strats, I'm not 100% sure. Like, that's pretty much what you want to be trying to do. And just be really careful with your movement. So here, you can just kind of fall out. You can do like one step at a time, like fall down here, and then fall down here. And that might be an easier way to do it, I think, and then just fall down here. So you want to just practice falling out of one of these paths, and then falling back into the next one. You could just play through the level normally and wait for the cycles with the moving platforms. That's really slow. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I recommend just practicing this movement, and then you'll save a lot of time. Alright. There. I made up some time there. Alright, next level. So here, there's a few different things that you can do. The things that I've just recently started to incorporate are the IL-esque stuff, or it's jump strats. So I like to land on this crystal, jump down and get this one, jump over and get this one, and then sometimes I just roll straight down there and get the crystal, or I jump from here to here. And that jump is more annoying because this truck, you can sometimes bounce off of it and then just fly off the level. So that's the riskiest jump. I usually don't go I only go for that sometimes. And then get this crystal, fall down, get this one, jump from here to here, and then finish the level. So that's the that's the route that I do. That's pretty much the hardest route that you can do realistically on this level. The other strat that I was doing before that is really just going through the level normally, and this is what I would recommend. There's not much else you can do to speed it up if you're not doing any jumps. Oh, well, okay. Before, I always did this jump where you just jump over the railing and land down there. If you don't want to do that, then you can just go around here. Land down here, and then finish the level. It's up to you. Again, whatever you're comfortable with, you can do any of the jumps that I just did, or you can do none of them. It's up to you. Okay, next level. Okay, so this one, I get this crystal, and I jump from here up to here. Then I just go up here normally. And when I get up here, I want to jump from this crystal down to the one in the basically straight ahead. You can see it right over there. So I jump sideways, pretty much straight to the right, a little bit forward. Land through here, get the checkpoint, go along here. Now here, I'm going to tilt left to fall out, go get that crystal at the very bottom left of the screen, and then correct my angle back to the normal, so I don't try not to fall into one of those holes. This one's pretty finicky, so like that, and then just try and land on top of the crystal if you can. I died more often than I should on this skip, so I don't know how much I'd recommend it, but it's worth giving it a shot. Then just try and go through these tubes as smoothly as possible, and then finish the level. So those are all the strats that I do. Basically, the three different skips. The one at the start, one one at the start, the one from the top left down through the tube, and then the one from the very top right of the level. It's really hard to see. I wish this camera was better so that I could show stuff. But the one I showed where you're in the tube, like the skinny tube going down the path, and you tilt your controller left and then reset it. So out of those 3 skips, do whatever one you're comfortable with, whichever ones you're comfortable with. If you don't want to do any of them, I'll just show playing through it normally as fast as possible. The first skip I definitely recommend, just because this guy's really slow. You gotta wait a while for it. So here, just go up, fall down here, go on the magnet, fall through here, and just go all the way through this. Land down here, or you can land straight on top of the crystal, either works. And then just go through the rest of the level. So it's basically, out of the 3 skips I showed, do whatever ones that you're comfortable with, just give them a shot, and it's up to you which ones you want to implement. Alright, for this, I start the level, here I'm going to actually reset to show you. Same thing as the other cannon level in Canyonland, where I just hold, basically 175 degrees, or no, 235 degrees, where it's, no, okay. I'm really bad at this, explaining this. 135 degrees, so like 90 degree rotation and another 45 degree rotation. So it's like diagonal, but closer to being upside down. And then I correct it as I go up. Really thought I would be better at explaining angles, huh? Consider I'm minoring in math. Lol. Okay, anyway. So after you land up here, usually, I mean, you can do that, or you can land right on top of the crystal. Okay, the strat's not that bad. I don't know why I am choking it right now. So here, you can land as close to the crystal as you feel comfortable with. Fall down, get this crystal, and this is going to be going up as you get here. So you want to hug this wall, wait for this platform to move down, and just go across. And then Callum just jumps on top of this and then just goes across. It would be higher up at that point, so that's why it would work. But yeah, let me see if I can show that off really quickly. So like, as it's moving up, he just likes to jump on top of it and go there. So you can do either one. So just go through here. And fall from here down to like right here, go up, get the crystal, and then finish. So there's basically 2 skips you can do. I'll just show the level normally without either of those skips, just trying to do it as quickly as I can. I would give time estimates for these skips if I could. I can't though. I'm probably not going to time everything that I want to explain in these tutorials. But yeah, so this is just the general movement if you don't want to do either of those skips. A lot of this stuff is just, I'm showing off these skips, and then I'm showing off the level normally. Do whatever skips you're comfortable with. Because in Park and Canyonland, there were some strats where I was explaining, here are some easier skips you can do. And I didn't really go through the level casually, because that would be more self-explanatory. But in Daytown, it's really, here's the skips. If you don't want to do them, play it normally. Because at this point, the skips are getting more difficult and riskier to the point where I'm just going to leave it up to your discretion. I'm not really going to recommend anything in specifics. I'm just going to do them and let you try them out yourself. Okay, this level is really self-explanatory. So, just go back and forth. You keep switching between 90 degree angles. Getting all the crystals. Yeah, okay. And then just go up here. Fall down the stairs. Make sure not to go too fast at the end. And there's literally nothing else to that level. It's just optimizing movement. Alright. Now for the last level, it's very cycle dependent, so you want to make sure to buffer the cutscene skip at the start of the level. And then just try and follow the movement best I can. The best you can, the movement that I do. This is basically the fastest cycle that you can realistically catch in a full game setting, so I'm just going to show it off. Alright, so fall down, get the crystal, get the next crystal, go up, stick to the wall, go on the path here, get here, here, and here, and then finish. Now it's really, I just did it all really quickly, but that's the general movement. I'll try and explain it a bit better now. and maybe just like explain where the magnifying glasses are going to be. So fall down, make sure you don't overshoot this crystal or this crystal. Just get stuck to the wall here. I usually like to hit this railing here to like stop myself, and then fall down onto this. And then this magnifying glass is going to be like somewhere on the left side, moving up if you're fast enough. So you just go and get the crystal and then move down. And after that, I like to wait a little bit, because if you wait a little bit, the crystal will be coming around the left side. So like right now, go get this crystal. And then this magnifying glass will be near the bottom. So you can kind of just follow it. Okay, it'll probably be a bit farther to the left actually. So just go through it and follow it as close as you can, and then just finish. So that's the cycle that you want to hit if you're fast. In terms of if you're not fast enough to hit that cycle, then I'd say just use that crystal routing, but just watch the magnifying glasses and then just be careful with them. So like, get this, wait for it to go by, and just understand the ranges of the magnifying glasses. So you can see this magnifying glass just goes in a path like this. Right here, this magnifying glass, right as you come up with the camera, it's gonna be right there in terms of where it can go. It's like that's as high as it goes. So just always be careful about that. Once you see it this high, then you can just go this way, get the crystal, and now then you can just play around this magnifying glass depending on what cycle you catch. Generally, you can just try and find a cycle that's comfortable for you, or you can just play it really slowly and react to the magnifying glasses, or you can try and get the fast cycle that I showed. I wish I could show a more intermediate cycle, but I haven't labbed this level enough to show that. Maybe I'll post a little addendum video explaining the cycles better. But other than that, that's my tutorial for Daytown. So be sure to leave any maybe questions in the comments, I guess. I haven't said that before, but depending on how many people watch this, that would be probably a good thing to say. I think this ran a bit longer than I would have liked, especially with Afraid of Heights. That was my bad. I'll try to be more concise in what I say for Toyland while trying to explain everything. So yeah, alright. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.